So it is live right now. We're live, but we're going to tweet it out, and then we're going to jump on there. That's what I'm talking about. Always distractions. All right. And we are live. And we will go back. All right. So 3 people already in, and people start periodically coming in. All right. I'm Keith Niebuhr with Gators Online, and we're joined by 5-star quarterback DJ Lagway, longtime Florida Gators commit. I'm going to interview him. We're going to allow you to put your questions in. So leave a comment. If you like what we're doing, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. But most importantly, leave a comment. This is your one chance to ask the great, the legendary 5-star quarterback DJ Lagway. We're out here in Willis, Texas. We hung out with him before and after practice today. He's been very gracious with his time. So we wanted to give the viewers a chance to, talk to DJ. So let's just jump right on in here. All right, DJ, is it possible for you to graduate early and join the team this weekend, please? Well, hey, if you could do it, would you?
Yeah, probably. I don't know, probably not, because I'm here with my guys at Willis High School, man. But not Graham's a dog. He gonna take care of business this weekend. I'm excited to watch him.
This is a good question though, because they're kidding, obviously, but how invested do you get? Like when you're at home watching Florida play an away game, like they're playing South Carolina this weekend, you won't be at the game. Are you living and breathing, living and dying off every play, or you punching the couch, or you celebrating touchdowns? What's it like at your house watching these games?
No, it's pretty calm. Everybody's just watching the game, eating, enjoying each other. Just it's really a surreal moment. Like to think, like I will be out there next year. Like it's crazy how fast this process has been.
What Graham Mertz obviously is a veteran guy. What do you think of him personally? You've gotten to know him a little bit. So what kind of guy is he?
He's an amazing guy, man. I just can't wait to pick his brain and just continue to learn from him, just to learn how to be a college quarterback. Man, I love Graham. He's a great guy.
Well, let's get to the questions. They don't want to hear my questions. They want to see their own. So S. Beck says, I love seeing your highlights and stats after games. Your stats are off the charts, by the way. I can't wait to see you in the swamp. Which receiver? This is a tough question now. Yeah. You don't want to upset anybody, but which receiver are you most looking forward to throwing to? There's got to be one guy.
Man, they all some dogs, man. We got a lot of young guys like Andy Jeans. You got Trey Wilson. You got Caleb Douglas. You got a lot of guys, man. I just can't wait to get there and throw it to them.
Well, maybe we could break them down individually. Like, Eugene Wilson, Trey Wilson. Everybody loves that speed, that twitchiness. What do you think it's going to be like getting him the ball? Like, what would be your perfect situation to getting Eugene Wilson the ball? Where would you want to get him the ball?
Out of space. That's the big thing. Let him get out of space and let him do the job, man. That's the big thing. He's so electric out there in the field.
I hope everybody can hear us. I'm a loud talker. DJ's not, so I'm going to keep doing this to get him to speak up a little bit. But Andy Jean, South Florida dog. He's got that South. You're a Texas guy, but those South Florida kids, man, they got that fight in them. What do you like about his game?
Oh man, like you said, he's a complete dog. He's a route technician, and I just can't wait to get there and just build that chemistry with him as well. All
right, better catch. Now, you won't get to play with Ricky Pearsall probably, but better catch. Ricky Pearsall's one-handed grab. I got to get this in here against Charlotte. But Caleb Douglas is big. He had that great catch against Utah, I want to say, the touchdown where he kind of went up and over the guy.
Yeah.
What was the more impressive one? Were you there for Pearsall's?
No, I wasn't.
You were not there.
No, sir. I'll say Ricky Pearsall's was definitely it was impressive. Caleb Douglas' catch was impressive too, but Ricky Pearsall went everywhere on ESPN, top 10, all that. So it was different.
Yep, that was pretty impressive. All right, next question from Jenny Lee wants to know what degree DJ Lagway is going to be pursuing. You're going to go to class?
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to be at class, but it's definitely. Yeah.
Right. Yes, sir. What do you want to pursue? By the way, we should point out your GPA is pretty high right now.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm going to pursue business. That's going to be my major. Yes, sir.
Business. Okay. Anything beyond football? What would you like to do with that business degree?
Really just, open up a training facility and just manage my money like that. And just, I just still want to be in the sports aspect.
You need somebody to do your writing for you or what? We'd be a great team. I'm telling you, man. I'll need a walker and a wheelchair to get around by the time you're done playing football. All right. Next question from Ashton G. I'm very excited for you to join Florida next year. Best of luck. Hopefully you have a healthy rest of your high school career. We should point out you got potentially maybe 8 more games. You're 7-0.
Yes, sir.
You guys are rolling. You only won 5 games last year, right?
Yes,
you were
sir.
hurt part of the season, obviously.
Yes, sir.
You kind of got this thing turned around in the right direction at this school. it's got to be kind of a thrill to see this growth of this program, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely. It's definitely a blessing, to be here, be a Willis Wildcat. So I'm just excited to just continue to leave a legacy here.
Do you see, people are looking at Florida and they see that Florida's in that rebuild. You don't seem to be shying away from it. You don't seem to be scared about that. You're used to that, I guess.
Oh, yes, sir. It seemed like everything is kind of going back full fold and everything is just like, it's like a cycle, because I feel like I've been in this situation before, coming to middle school, coming to Willis, just trying to change the program, so I just can't wait to get there in Florida and just get there, get my feet wet and grind and get better.
We're going to get to everybody's questions here in a second. I want to interject some here and there because I grew up going to these Florida games and I have an interest in the program beyond just being a reporter. What's your favorite part about going to the Florida games? What do you really is it bonding with your dad? Is it watching the offense? Is it something singing with the students? What's the one thing that DJ Lagway loves the most about going to a game at the Swamp?
I'll say just the atmosphere. The atmosphere is different. Nothing compares to the Swamp, man. I've been all across the country. Been to A&M, Alabama, all those schools. Nothing compared to the Swamp. And I say that's definitely what stands out.
Did you know? Did you know who Tom Petty was before you started going to Florida games and singing "Won't Back Down"? Did you?
Oh no, so I did not. I love that song. I didn't.
You
know.
do. You love that song. It seems like it really resonates.
Yeah,
with
most definitely, especially
white, black, whatever color you are,
Yeah.
whatever race you are, whatever sex. Everybody seems to get the spirit of that song, and it's perfect for football.
Most definitely,
Right?
yeah, I love this song.
All right. Next question. Ben Wells asks, does playing Madden and stuff like that help you understand coverages better? People have always said it helps people.
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely. That's kind of like my pregame thing I do, like when I get home tonight, I'm going to go play a little Madden, So just to get my, understanding my coverages a little bit, just try to get a feel of little things.
Are you good?
Oh, yes, I'm pretty good. Yes, sir. Pretty good at Madden.
Oh, wait a second. Did you win the Madden tournament at the On3 NIL event?
Oh, no, I ended up got like third or something. They messed me up because they put me on Xbox. So I played PS4.
They messed you up.
Yeah, I'm a PS4 type.
It could have been your fault.
PS5,
All right, so let me ask you this. Do you play against other Gator commits?
Not commits yet, but I played against a couple of recruits. I played against like Jeremiah Smith. I played against him.
Who wins when you play with Jeremiah
Man, I
Smith?
ain't gonna lie, it's a battle, man. But I be getting him though. I be getting him. He know football.
He's a competitive dude. I know people are going to be asking about him. We're not going to let you. We got about 23 more minutes with you. We're not going to let you get out of here without me asking about Jeremiah Smith as well, the 5-star receiver. Next comment, Jack Brown, DJ. We're so glad you're a Gator.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Jack.
Right. Hey, DJ, before we get to the next question, your coach went with you to the Vanderbilt game, Florida Vanderbilt game last week. He said you had to fly from Houston to Atlanta and then Atlanta to Gainesville. And he said you were mobbed by fans.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Have you ever said no to an autograph seeker?
Oh, no, sir. I've never said no. I don't plan on to, because I feel like everybody that gets to meet me, it's like, I guess it's a big deal to people, but it's a blessing. So I just try to take it with a grain of salt, just give everybody time, because I'm not no bigger than anybody else.
If you were a little kid and you went up to somebody that you idolized and they wouldn't give you your autograph, it would hurt, right?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Is that kind of what you're trying to avoid that?
Oh, yes, sir. Without it, most definitely, yes.
All right, Greedy's got a great comment here. That's it.
Yes,
all Gators.
All Gators.
Well, he's got all Gators in his comments. So I'm going to ask you, are you all Gators?
Oh, yes, sir. All Gators. Yes, sir.
Right. You told me today you're going to enroll in January, obviously, but if all goes as planned, you could be practicing with the Gators in December.
Yes, sir.
You could be at bowl practices.
Most definitely. Yes, sir.
I get it. You wouldn't be able to get hit. Is that the?
I think I'll just be able to do scout team.
Be able to do scout, but be out there with the team, be in meetings, all that stuff. What do you think that would do for you?
Man, I feel like that'd be a great thing to get my feet wet and just kind of get used to the college lifestyle before I get there,
All right. What number? Greedy asked, what number are you going to wear for the Gators?
I'm not too sure yet. Stay tuned. I'm not sure yet.
Not sure. You're number 12 now.
I'm number two.
Number two. Why did I? As a practice jersey, number 12, regular jersey 2. Okay. Next question from Gators. Can't watch, or it's not a question, comment. Can't wait to watch you ball out in the Swamp. That seems to be the general consensus. All right. G Fu says, how does DJ feel about his teammate Hampton? His first name again?
DeBrun.
Yes, sir. DeBrun Hampton receiving a preferred walk-on offer from the Gators this week. It's a heck of a receiver.
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely. It was definitely a surreal moment for both of us. We grew up playing with each other since we were like 4 or 5 years old. So it's a surreal moment.
He's going to have a decision soon. We're going to have an update on him tomorrow. I don't know where he's going to go. Actually, let me get back. We skipped one here. DeAndre asked, does the 2024 class hold together? And do you think there's more to come? 21 commitments right now, the number 4 class.
Oh yes, sir. Without a doubt, I feel like we definitely gonna hold together. You know, we got a strong bond. We text in the group chat every day, laugh and joke with each other. Man, we definitely got some pieces on the way too.
You've told me this before, that the staff made it clear to all you guys that Florida's in a rebuild. They knew not to expect the 12-win season. They know there's growing pains. It's a young team, and so you don't think guys are going to be scared away by like a 6 or 7 or 8-win season.
Oh no, sir, not at all. I feel like we all know that coming in, that we just got to be the ones that change it. Come in there and just bring that energy right away.
All right, we're missing some here. I'm trying to get to them all, guys. I'm so sorry if I miss any. Let me jump back up. Jeannie wants to know your favorite subject in school. What is it?
My favorite subject in
PE.
school? Nah, I can't say that. I'm gonna say probably I'll say economics right now.
Economics, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Okay, I'm definitely going to keep you around. All right, DJ, this is an important question to a lot of people. Jeffrey wants to know, how important is your faith to you, and how does it connect with playing quarterback?
You know, my faith is everything to me. You know, without God, man, I wouldn't be here today. Like, seriously, man, God has brought me through a lot, and I'm just thankful to be here talking to y'all right now. But it definitely connects me a lot with playing quarterback. You know, just being able to ask him for guidance when my teammates asking me what to do and I don't know. It's just going to him and just asking him for guidance and help with things.
Good answer. Good answer. All right, before we get going, if you like what we're doing, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, go follow DJ on Twitter and Instagram if you don't already. He's excited about being a Gator. He loves connecting with you all. Look, he didn't have to do this, and I appreciate that. You're helping a young reporter. Not that young, unfortunately. Helping me get this thing going. So we really appreciate that. Eddie says, oh, wait a second. What did I get here? Eddie just says, Mr. Lagway.
Yes,
are you Mr. Lagway? Because I think I met the real Mr. Lagway today. Hung out with him. Hey, your dad played running back. Also, Derek as well. He played running back at Baylor. And he had a funny story to tell us today that everybody knows about the Miami loss last week of Miami not kneeling on the football, fumbling it, and then Georgia Tech winning. Well, your dad experienced some of that when he played running back at Baylor. They had a lead over UNLV. They decided to try to score instead of take a knee. The ball pops up in the air. And last thing your dad remembers is trying to chase down the fastest guy on the team who went 100 yards for a touchdown, and they lost. But really funny story. Your dad's a good person. We need to point out your dad's mother, no longer with us. The local elementary school is named after her. So you're not even the most famous Lagway in Willis, Texas.
No,
but that's got to be immense pride to your family to know your grandmother. You probably don't remember her too much, I'm guessing.
I do a little bit.
A little bit. I think she passed in 2012. What does it mean to you and your family that a school in this area is named after her? That is just an incredible accomplishment. And
yes, it's such a blessing, just to have that honor, just my family name. It's just a lot of things I have to, just a plan for my family name, and just having that support with my family is amazing. So I'm just forever grateful and thankful for them.
All right, we're about halfway through. We're going to roll through these. DJ's got some guys to beat their butts in Madden later. He doesn't have time to mess around with us. All right, Nino says, Lagway, you got to bring in LJ McCray, who just announced today. He's going to announce his decision October 21st.
Yes, sir.
Defensive lineman / edge. Jordan Seaton, offensive tackle. Jeremiah Smith, 5-star receiver. Zay Mincy, 4-star safety or cornerback, excuse me. That's all. You just need to bring in these guys.
Oh, yes,
Can you do it? Can you get all these guys? Or
yes, sir.
would 2 out of 4 be good?
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely. We're going to definitely surprise some folks this year. Yes, sir.
Who do you feel best about out of that group right there?
I feel best about right now. I say McCray. I feel like we got a really
McCray.
good chance, yes, sir, with him. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's highly intelligent guy. Isn't he?
Oh, yes, sir.
He's up there among the smartest guys I think I've talked to this cycle. I'm sorry, I'm still battling this little cough here. All right, not going to get DJ sick, don't worry. Ashton wants to know, now that you're being from Texas, what was the process of being a future becoming from Texas? What was the process of being? All right, just kind of what were the things you were looking? What led you to Florida, basically? What was the process like?
I'd say the process was amazing. Florida definitely stood out from the get-go. Just the way they recruited me, Coach Napier, Coach Hamilton, Coach O'Hara, all those guys, man, they've been straight up with me since the beginning. I'm forever grateful for those guys, man. I feel like just the fan base, the atmosphere, just all those things just combined. I feel like I have everything I could ever want at the University of Florida.
Obviously, I know Billy Napier, I know Ryan O'Hara. But I don't know Joe Hamilton, and I hear a lot of good things about him. You're real close with him.
Oh, yes,
He was
sir.
an important piece of this recruitment. Tell everybody who Joe Hamilton is on the Florida staff and what he means to you and your family in this recruitment.
Oh yes, sir. Coach Hamilton, he's a big part. He was a big part of my recruitment. We still to this day talk every day. He's like a big brother to me. So I feel like he's just he's a real good dude.
We hear so many kids, so many recruits talk about him. It's interesting. All right, Eddie says your number should be number 1. Well, let me ask you. You said you haven't decided yet. What are some options for your number? What numbers are you considering?
It just depends who comes back, who does it.
Somebody may want their number.
Yes, sir. So that's the thing. It just depends. Yes.
You may have to pay somebody for their number. All right, you never know. That's how they do it in the pros. All right, Greedy's got another one here. I need that signed DJ autograph jersey. You're going to be having a lot of people are going to be wanting those. All right. Brian says, "Hey DJ, thanks for deciding to come to Florida. You're going to do great things."
I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Boy.
All right, who was the best player growing up? What? I lost that one. Let me find that one. Trying to do a couple things at once here. Who was your best player growing up? I mean, maybe they mean your favorite,
my favorite player
growing up.
yeah.
I'm looking for the comments here. They all seem to.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite player growing up?
I would say my favorite player growing up was definitely Cam Newton. Watching him in that 2015, that time, him hitting the Superman, all that good stuff. I definitely looked up to him.
All right. Well, obviously he started at Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a Gator before he was a Tiger.
Yeah.
All right. William says he hopes you bring in LJ McCray. I think a lot of people hope that. All right. Justin wants to know, you don't have to name them, but are there any recruits that Florida's working on behind the scenes that are going to shock people?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Don't make any promises.
I ain't saying no names. I'm just going to say most definitely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You're going to call me first, right?
Yes,
You better. Okay. All right. I don't need any sleepless nights. All right. These are great questions, by the way. We appreciate everybody chiming in. Eddie says, we're glad to have you in Florida.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Eddie.
Gators loves that question from Justin. That was a good question. Eddie's glad to have you. I think Eddie said that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Who inspires you the most? Jenny Lee wants to know that.
I would say my dad and my QB coach, JP Tillman. I feel like those two men in my life, they've definitely been good role models to me, and I definitely look to those guys for if I need anything help with.
Well, we know your dad played running back at Baylor. Fantastic guy, by the way. I know a lot of people in Gainesville have gotten to meet him. Your mother, though, was an athlete, too.
Yes, sir.
And your dad said, hey, he gets his competitiveness and his work ethic from mom. We don't want to leave mom out. It's Nikita.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
What kind of athlete was she growing up?
Oh, yeah. She was definitely one of those basketball players that played defense hard. She had that dog in it for sure. She's definitely had that hustle in her. She refused to lose, in anything she did. So I feel like I definitely got those traits from her.
When you talk to people, what's the one player they compare you to the most? Just friends, fans? Is it Cam? Is it you're built sort of like Cam, not quite as tall. Dante Culpepper, I always compare you to. You might not even know who he is. But is there anybody that you get compared to a lot?
I hear different things. I hear Justin Fields, sometimes Deshaun Watson a little bit. It varies around those.
All right, G Fu says, DJ, I check all the results of your games. What do you account for the huge jump in your numbers from last year? Obviously, you're healthy this year for starters, but you're just destroying all the other Elite 11 QBs. Go Gators. Why the big jump in your numbers this year? That's a great question.
I'd say really just having that first year under my belt with the new staff. We had a whole new coaching staff last year, so just really having year 2 in the offense just definitely helped my game grow, and obviously my receivers and O-lineman game grow. Just knowing better pass pro and just different things like that. Just knowing where everybody's supposed to be on the field.
So how much is that? I mean, obviously you got the physical tools. Just knowing where everybody's supposed to be. That's been.
Oh yeah, so that's been the thing.
Okay.
I've been working on a lot, especially with my offensive coordinator. So just trying to figure that stuff out.
And I ought to point out your private QB coach, JP.
Yes, sir.
I always want to say JT. JP Tillman. He was out here today to chat with us.
Sir.
Another fantastic guy. A lot of great insights. Says a lot of great things about you. Who are your top 3 most wanted uncommitted recruits?
I'll say LJ McCray.
All right, good one.
I'll say George Seaton. And you got to say Jeremiah Smith,
Well, he's not he's not uncommitted.
Uncommitted. Oh, I'm tripping. My bad. Uncommitted.
Or is he?
Nah, let's see. Hey, Zay Minchie.
Yeah, that's 3 pretty good ones. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Kenny says, so proud of the way you carry yourself on and off the field.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts.
That's been the theme around here at the school, by the way. Everybody says the same thing. So it's interesting. Alan says, Thank you for building the 2024 class to follow. You can't wait to see the trophy of you in front of the stadium someday.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you.
That'd be something else. Have you had your photo taken with the Tebow?
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely.
Which one was it's Spurrier, Tebow, Werfel. Tebow is probably the guy that's biggest to you, I'm assuming, because you know him a little bit more. I mean,
no, I know. I'm
him.
familiar with him a little more. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I definitely, grew a relationship with Mr. Werfel. We text here and there.
Mr. Werfel.
Yes, sir.
Well, Danny, was a great quarterback, and also you mentioned the religious, your faith earlier, and Danny, same thing. Tim, same thing. Steve Spurrier's father worked in the church, so. The kids that were really into the faith ended up having those three. Obviously, were great for the three best Florida quarterbacks. All right, let's see here. Sean says, "Who's your favorite former Gator quarterback?" Good question.
I would say Tim Tebow for sure. Like growing up watching him play. Just seeing old clips and just the energy he brought on the field. That's definitely something I want to bring. Just being that just having that type of energy just to get everybody riled up and ready.
They say he was super competitive. There was sit-up competition he wanted to win. Whatever the competition was, he wanted to win. Are you like that?
Oh, yes, sir. Without a doubt, most definitely. Yes, sir.
I mean, you're this nice, friendly guy. You're trying to beat everybody into the ground.
That's the thing. Like when I get on the field, it's like a click turn on. So I feel like I definitely want to bring that to Florida. Definitely that energy.
All right. Jack says, how do you handle all the expectations and pressure from people outside of your school? It can probably get a little overwhelming.
Yeah, I really just don't feel pressure at all. I thank God for that, because I feel like a lot of people in my situation would. But I feel like I don't feel any pressure right now at this moment. I just continue to get better every day and just continue to work.
All right, somebody wants to know when and where we can get your merchandise. You got merch for sale yet?
Oh, no, sir.
Nothing yet.
No,
Nothing
sir.
yet.
Not yet.
All right. Eddie says Cam Newton is a great choice. Elliot says, Lags the way, go Gators. All right, favorite Gator guy wants to know your favorite NFL quarterback. Boy, there's a lot of good ones out there right now.
Oh, yes, sir. I'd say Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, most definitely. I like Patrick Mahomes, yes.
Who was the one that I read? You met Robert Griffin, the Heisman winner, when you were a kid?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that. You met him and you wrote him a letter or something like that? And
yeah. I was younger, I definitely looked up to him a lot, especially when he was doing his thing at Baylor, when he had the Heisman run. I was definitely all in Baylor Bear at that time. So, yeah, I definitely looked up to Robert Griffin.
Ice wants to know, that's a great photo. Ice wants to know, is DJ going to be the next Tebow? Do you run over people or around people? What do you prefer?
What do I prefer?
I heard you haven't been sliding a lot in games. The coach is getting mad at you.
What do I prefer? I prefer, honestly, throwing it, really. You don't want anybody. If I got to get in there, I'm going to do what I got to do to get in there. But, yeah.
All right, Steve wants to know, we got about 9 more minutes with DJ Lagway. We're going to try to get to as many of these as possible. How do you see yourself in the Gators offense?
I see myself doing good things in the offense. I like the way Coach Napier, it's not just no cookie cutter offense. He adapts to his players, and that's what I'm excited for.
All right. Jason says, go Gators.
Yes, sir,
Eddie
go
says,
Gators.
DJ, I'm praying for you and your family always, my brother.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Eddie.
DeAndre says, is the Swamp the loudest you've ever been to, the loudest stadium?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely the most loud, especially that Tennessee game. Oh, my, it was rocking that game. Yeah.
What would be number 2?
Number 2, I would say A&M.
Okay.
Yeah.
They still recruiting you? You still hearing from A&M?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And is that something Florida fans need to be concerned about?
Oh, nah, not at all. Nah,
Okay.
I'm locked in 100%.
Well, what's A&M's pitch to you? You tell everybody I'm solid to Florida.
Yeah, it's just really, they just always try to, they send mail all the time. They text here and there, just to really check in on me.
Kind of hope to God maybe something happens. And, all right. Next question. Oh my God, I was just about to say he's going to be the next Cam Newton, but better in every way.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Well, here we go. Here's the question right here. Oops. Jason says, we get this. Are you still going to be a Gator?
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely. I'm still going to be a Gator.
The plan, Jason, I don't know if you heard earlier, DJ would like to get to Florida. He's early enrollee, graduates in December, signs in December, would arrive or would enroll in classes in January. But you want to come in December and participate in bowl practices with Florida.
Oh, yes, sir.
So if you missed that earlier, DJ hopes to be in Gainesville this December going through bowl practice. Now, he can't get hit. It's basically scout team stuff, but he can go through all the meetings. He can kind of learn what it's like to be a Gator. Some real training there. All right, Mr. Bird says, how can we land Jeremiah Smith, and how confident are you that Florida can land Jeremiah Smith, the 5-star Ohio State receiver commit?
I'm pretty confident in that we can land him. It's just gonna take time. I feel like I got a really great relationship with JJ. He's like he said, he's a very quiet kid. So I just, it's just gonna take time. But I say out of 10, 1 through 10, I say about a good 8, 7.
I think that's pretty high. All right. Jenny says, what's your pregame ritual? Just give us one thing that you do before every game.
One thing, it's like on like before, like Friday nights, I say I really just, I don't know. I just try to get my guys pumped up. That's the biggest thing.
I mean, there's not like a specific meal you eat or
I do
a show you watch, or
that's kind of like a Thursday thing. I have my
what do you do Thursday?
So like I got to do an ice bath every Thursday, and then I go home, play a little Madden, and then go do a little like movement, a little workout there with my trainer.
All right, Richard says, "Go Gators, keep being great, remain humble." I got to tell everybody real quick. I asked your dad. I said, "When do you not smile?" He said, "When he loses." So that's the only time. All right, next thing we got Jason, go Gators.
Yes,
all right, Greedy says, how do you feel about the team's first 4 games? Well, they've played 6 games. So how do you feel about where Florida is right now? Where do you see them heading?
I definitely see them headed in an amazing spot. I feel like right now they're trying to still find their identity, and I think they're starting to get towards that. And I just can't wait to see what the future holds.
Okay. Greedy says, Greedy's asking a lot. Greedy's getting a lot of airtime here. Have you started making changes to your diet and training to be prepared for the SEC? Have they sent you workouts, Florida?
No, sir, not yet.
Any dietary things like that?
Yeah, I've talked to some of the dietitians up there, just to get ready for that stuff.
Did you change anything?
Oh, yes, sir.
What changed?
I changed. I try not to eat a lot of bread, a lot of bread stuff. Just try to kind of cut down on that.
All right, let's see. Richard, we got another one here. Let's get this. I'm trying to get this all clicked in here. Excuse me, Robert. Robert Tanner says, thanks, DJ. Being the rock solid recruit makes Gator Nation proud. At least we aren't sweating till the ink dries. Okay.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr.
All right, DJ says, Gifu says, DJ, this is a major time in your life. I want you to remember me saying this. You will win the Heisman.
I appreciate you, man.
Okay.
You.
I've got a few more comments here, and then we're going to let DJ off the hook. He's been fantastic with his time. All right, here. Chase says, what's your biggest goals coming in early?
My biggest goals really is just to get there and just learn. That's the biggest thing. Just learn from everybody and anybody. Just how to be a college quarterback. That's the biggest thing.
All right, this is another important one. Xavier. How do you pronounce Xavier's last name?
Phil, I don't know.
Phil
like
Sam.
Yeah.
Do you talk to him? I mean, he just got an offer from Texas. He went to the Texas-Oklahoma game. What do you feel about his recruitment?
Oh, yeah. I feel like he locked in. That's my dog. Yeah, I talk to him a lot, especially from Texas. He's a Texas native, too. So that's my dog. Yeah, I talk to him a lot.
Oh, there you go. There's another one. Another Heisman winner.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Gators complaining. Only 18 likes. Need more likes on this.
Most definitely.
All right. Alan says, do you plan to start year 1 or year behind Graham Mertz? What are your thoughts on that?
Like my thoughts on that, it's just whatever happens, I feel like it's going to be a great situation regardless. If Graham stays, I just can't wait to get there and learn from him. Just learn a lot of different things. Just learn how to be a college quarterback. He's been there for a minute.
How's he treated you?
Oh man, he's treated me amazing. I couldn't, he's a great guy, man. I couldn't ask for anybody better to look up to.
I think that's Porth R says, what was your final pitch to Jordan Seaton, the 5-star offensive tackle, this past weekend at the Swamp?
Really my pitch was to him, was just like, man, let's come in right away. Let's try to change it, man. Let's get this thing rolling, man. I can't do it without you. I need you protecting me, and we can get this thing going.
How do you feel about Florida's chances with Jordan Seaton? Gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, I feel really good. I feel like this weekend definitely helped us a lot.
All right, a couple more here, and then we're out of here. Mr. Bird, who should we look out for as a potential flip? Well, I think Jeremiah Smith's the guy you're working on the hardest.
Oh, yes, sir.
DeAndre Robinson, you talk to him at all?
Oh, Texas, yeah, a little bit. Yes, I talked to him a little bit. Yes,
okay. Sir. Any thoughts on him?
I feel like he's committed he's locked into Texas a little bit, but I feel like we can still chip away. And also Jared Gibson as well.
Gibson,
he's been back in the swamp a little bit this year, so still chipping away from him.
And we're trying to rush through some of these. Do you think Florida can beat out Georgia for the #1 recruiting class? Won't be easy.
Yeah, I think so. We got to get a few pieces in, and I feel like we can.
All right, 2 more we'll take. Harrison says, go Gators. DJ, can you beat Keith in thumb wrestling? I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. Greedy, us as Gator fans, can we do anything to help you achieve your goals of being a Gator great? What would you ask a Gator fan? Just be themselves, just keep supporting the team. What would you want out of a fan right now?
Just continue to show love to these recruits that we're trying to get, man. That means a lot to them and to me as well. You know, I definitely see it firsthand, just the love y'all shown, and that's amazing. That's all I could ask for from y'all, man. I appreciate that.
What are the chances Florida lands L.J. McCray?
It's a pretty high chance. You know, I feel like we got a good chance.
Okay. Do you have a favorite Bible verse?
You know, it can't go wrong with Philippians 4:13. You know, that's my favorite one. I feel like that just can get you through anything in life.
All right. I think that is it. We made it. 30 minutes with 5-star Florida Gators quarterback commit DJ Lagway. You survived. You did a great job. We appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate you. If you like what we do here, leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also go to GatorsOnline.com right now. $1. $1 for 1 month to read all about you. $1, get your foot in the door. 1 month of great Gators recruiting and team coverage. DJ, my man, thank you very much. Appreciate you having it. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a live blog from DJ's game. He's got a big one tomorrow night. You're 7-0, trying to go 8-0. Can't take anybody lightly. Y'all take care. Take care, everybody. We appreciate you stopping by.
Go Gators.
You need to do a chomp or anything?